Hey there, I'm Dan here from Tech Support, and today I would like to show you how you can automatically generate a video whenever someone books a meeting in Go High Level. Okay, so let me move out of the way here and show you what we'll do. So just heads up, this is going to be a long video because I want to show you exactly every single step of the process, considering there are a lot of moving parts here. Okay, so I don't want you to make any mistakes, and we need to pay attention to maybe small things, little things, so that everything works correctly. Okay, so this is what we'll do. This is what we'll finally have, on our on Go High Level here. So basically, and again, we are setting up a trigger. Someone books a meeting. What will happen is basically that will create a webhook that will send certain information to SensePark so we can generate a video. Okay. So that said, and let me actually go back to workflow so I can show you everything from scratch like I promised. So basically we want to click here in automations and then click on workflow, and then I'll click on start from scratch. And of course, the first thing that I'm going to do is to rename this as soon as this pulls up, but nothing is loaded. Okay, perfect. Yeah, let me scroll. Let me zoom out. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to call this May 22nd. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to click save. And now, because we need certain information to come through so we can generate a video specifically tailored, to that lead that book a meeting. So there are two things that we need to do. We need to create a calendar, but we need to also create a form, or specific form that will come up in this calendar, right? So uh, right here, whenever you select your sub account, you'll have this option at the bottom that says Sites. So once you're in Sites, you go here to Forms and click on Builder. So I'll just, I have that already, so I'm already there. So I'll click on Create New. And once this pulls up, I'll show you what we need to do, of course. So we'll have to have a little bit of patience here. But yeah, maybe in the meantime, we can hit on Create Calendar, which is basically in the same section. Yeah, I'm in settings here, but you can also just create it. Let me show you. Calendars is right here anyway. So go to calendar settings. It will take you here, and then you can just click on create one. A personal booking is just fine. So I'll just call this SunSpark. Select myself, and again, SunSpark May is more than enough. SunSpark is already taken, so maybe one. Okay. Yeah, so I'll click on advanced settings and then I'll go here. So yeah, this is the builder that I was talking about. So I'll call this form May. Oops, I don't know what happened. Okay. Okay, so we don't need the last name. We do need the first name. We don't need the phone number, at least not me. Email, yes, we do. We don't. There we go. So now we need to look for something, a little square here that is called website. Maybe I just, oh, here it is. So I need to drag this and drop it. Let's try this again. There we go. Okay. So, and then I'll make another click here so I can make this mandatory. So every single piece of information that I need to make it work. So this is important. You cannot leave this behind. We do need this so we can make it, again, tailored to that specific user. Okay. So I'll click on save. Once this is saved, I'll be able to close it because I don't need it anymore. Okay. And yes, we need to go to, oh, here. Okay. So we are in the calendar section again, and we need to look for this forms and payments. Okay. So right here in the first drop down, you can select, let me actually refresh this because we just created the form while this was opened. So yes, it looks like I need to start from scratch. Okay, let me just create personal booking. I'll go for SunSpark 2. There we go. Okay, so advanced settings. Okay, and this is good. So forms and payments, I click here, May form. That's what we want. That's all that we want, like that we actually need to make it work. You can of course, take your time and add every single detail that you need. But yeah, just make sure that this May form is selected. I mean, the way that you called it, of course. So I'll just click on save. This is called Edit SenseMark Choose. So I'll leave it like that. It's fine. So I'll close this up, and being here, and just in case also, I'll make a refresh. You can just do it in order, not like me that I had everything open so you could see, and I would save some time, so you don't have to refresh every single time. But yeah, once we have this workflow, May 22nd again, I'll make a click, and then I need to look for, I can just type book and we'll have the trigger customer booked appointment. Okay, so I'll click on add filter. We'll have this in calendar, and then I'll select mine, which is SenseMark. SenseMark chip. Yes, correct. Okay, so I'll save this trigger. Then I'll move here so that whenever someone books a meeting, something else will happen, which is basically grabbing a webhook so we can send that information. So we do need to select custom webhook. We can't use webhook, the standard one. So I'll click here. So yep, everything by default will be pretty much accurate, like event custom, method is post. Okay, but now when it comes to URL, this is something that we provide. Okay, so basically you can get that if you go here to the help center. I have it right here, and you can just type API. So the very first option comes up, which is the one we need, and then we'll look for this is basically everything related to our public API and endpoints. So we want to find one. If you scroll down, you'll get a list. Yep, this one that says add a single prospect. Okay, so this doesn't mean that it's for a single person. It's just the way that it works, like sending data one at a time in a certain amount of period. So don't worry, it will work in 99.9 cases. So I'll suggest to use this one every single time. So post is something that we have already. So I'll just, grab the rest, copy that here and paste it. Okay. And then I'll add here, three headers. And yeah, so we'll have the headers right here. So accept, key, and secret. Okay. So I'll just grab it from here in my end because it'll be easier to just copy and paste. But that's exactly what you need to do on your end. Okay, and the one that is going to be the same for every single person is this one, the accept one. Okay, so the API key and the secret key is something that we provide. You can get it from here, menu, API credentials, and you'll have in a moment when this, yeah, there we go, the API right here, and your secret key right here. So I'm going to copy that. And let me double check. I just grabbed the API key. This is an important step because I know that many people probably make mistakes. API key is shorter, so be sure of that. Then we have the secret key, and I'll paste it right here. Okay. And then you'll notice that here in the URL, we have some default data, which actually we need to replace, of course. So workspace ID, I'll erase that, and notice that I also removed the curly braces. Okay. So you'll get that information from here. I'll paste it here. And then when it comes to dynamic ID, we'll get that in a moment, but that's the only thing missing probably. There's one more thing that I'll show you in a moment though. So we'll go to dynamic videos, create a new one. I'll go high level meetings. I'll use our sample video just in case. And yeah, I do want a background, so I'll use that. Let me just close this so it doesn't get in the way. Okay. So I do want this so I can have, use the data that will come from the meeting, from the booking, sorry. So I'll click on continue, I'll select the template, then, okay, continue again. And this is basically everything that we need, but we'll go from to the three dots and click on campaign ID so I can copy that. And then I'll just click on save and close so we can have it ready. I'll enter it again and stay here. So now that I have my campaign ID, I can just paste it right there. Okay, notice no curly braces. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Now, when it comes to the payload, so this is some, again, it has some default data. So I'll just leave this information already edited so you don't have to do it on your end. So I'll just leave it at the bottom of this video. So I'll just copy it from here in my case, but it's pretty much the same. Just removing everything that I don't need, and yeah, just again taking out this hard coded information and just using the variables that I need here in Go High Level. So this is actually incorrect. I don't need the website URL. I need the website one. So let me fix that. Okay, so if you just go ahead and type contact, that you'll get automatically the options that we can use. So I need to use this one, website, and I don't need the website underscore URL. That's wrong. Well, we can't use that. What we need to use this one specifically. Okay. Notice that I also left, completely empty the company and job title because those are not fields that are, required. If you're using the fields in the form, be sure to add some information here because otherwise that could, transform into a failed webhook process. So it might not work. So that's important. Okay. So yeah, everything looks good. So I'll just click on Save Action. I'll publish this and click on Save. And something I haven't done actually is I haven't captured the link for my calendar, so that's what I'm going to do so I can test this out. Let me see, appointment view or calendar settings. Should be maybe here, calendar settings. Yes, so Sunspark 2, I'll click on share and then I'll grab this one, okay? So everything here is correct, published, connected correctly. Maybe I can, yeah, I'm in the right place. Okay, so I'll just open an incognito mode so we can, set it apart. There we go. So I'll just, make a booking and put, I don't know, I can put, Dan Chu, Dan plus 2 at Sunspark.com. And I'll put here sunspark.com. Okay, so I'll schedule a meeting. Okay, so this is good. I can just minimize this. And then I can head back to my workflow here, go to enrollment history. Okay, so this is good. This is finished. So that went fast. And if I go to execution logs, I can see, so this will tell you that it went out correctly because it says end of workflow. So that means that it hasn't been removed, before the last step, like stop due to execution reached the end of the workflow. So that's very good. Then we'll need probably some time before the video gets here. So I'll just make a refresh, but we'll probably need to wait a few moments. If you're maybe Oh, yeah, that's perfect. So the video, it's already generating, okay? So that's the end of the tutorial. Hopefully this was clear. I know that I tried to be as fast as possible, but I know it's a long video. So let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day. Bye-bye.